splattering all over the car next to us. I was at a loss. Like, I could not believe that just happened.
Well, this guy was such a good play. I rolled it down the motor all the time. Oh!
Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip. In this episode, we continue working on the cabin. We're really excited to get it completed so that we can move in. We're kind of done with sleeping on the floor and sharing just one little room, but we're making progress every single day, getting closer and closer. So this week, we were fortunate enough to have an electrician come in and start wiring in the plugs and the lights and the switches. We also began putting a metal roof on the cabin. We decided to go with metal because it is a lifetime roof, so we don't have to go through all of this 10 years or 15 years down the road. So we had them custom cut for exact dimensions of our roof, and then we had it brought up. My brother actually brought it up on a trailer, and him and his sons helped us begin to offload all of that heavy steel onto the barge. Steel roof's going on today. That'll keep the weather out, and that'll be it for cladding the exterior of the building. Once the steel roof's on, that's it. Next we began the insulation, which goes in the walls and the roof, and that is what's going to keep us warm if we come up in the winter, which we hope to do because it's a lot of fun. It's a completely different experience with the lake frozen. You have to snowmobile in, you can go ice fishing. So we're taking the time to make sure we insulate properly.
Next, we started staining and painting the trim. This made it look so cozy and it had a really home feel to it.
And it actually looks now like it's always been there. It's starting to look that way with the roof line tied in and the colors matching with the old original cabin. Pretty cool, and good job on the staining.
This next thing is really special to Peter and I. Back when, before even Caroline was born, we were shopping and we saw a rocking chair, and it was like my dream rocking chair. I think I've talked about it now for 20 years, just about 20 years now. And then Peter surprised me with a package that came.
So we didn't have a place for that fitting for that chair at the time, nor could we afford it back then. But I started looking online because at the end of this month is Carol's birthday, and I thought, what better place than the cabin for this perfect handmade chair? So I found a guy in New Hampshire, of all places. He actually handcrafts these things. So he makes them from rawhide. He bends, using steam, he bends ash wood into place, and sure enough, I ordered online and communicated with him a couple of times, and then it came in the mail. It was delivered up to Killarney, so I went up and picked it up. It was a couple weeks early for the birthday, but we couldn't resist. We had to open it and start putting it together. Starting to take shape. How do you like it?
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Comfortable?
Yes.
That is an authentic rocking chair. My goodness. This is made at a place called Coos, C-O-O-S, Coos Canoe and Snowshoe, and they make snowshoes, harnesses, snowshoe furniture like this, and full birch bark canoes. So pretty neat. But he says, I start with carefully selected ash wood logs from which I make my staves. That's all these pieces. I bend them to shape using steam. So that's the old way they used to do that. You would get steam on that and slowly bend them. I prepare my own rawhide using hides obtained from local hunters and farmers. So the rawhide is even prepared by hand. And he's using the same procedures that the Indians and the early settlers used. It's pretty cool. So everything he makes is done just the way they did back hundreds of years ago. So if you want yourself a really authentic chair or piece of furniture or snowshoes, check this guy out. Next, the kids took their younger cousins on a hike across the lake at a place we call Blueberry Hill. This is where we usually pick blueberries in the spring, and it's got some really nice overlooking the lake. Almost every night here at the lake we are blessed with the most spectacular sunsets. This one particular night we were walking down by the lake looking at the sunset, which was gorgeous yellows and oranges, and then all of a sudden the sky just lit up with red and pinks and beautiful colors. It was spectacular. We posted pictures actually to Instagram and places like that, and people responding back were saying, that doesn't even look real.
One evening after some rain, me and Carolyn went out fishing to one of our favorite places, and man, were the fish biting.
next day we got up and we went to do a little exploring in a beautiful little village called Killarney, Ontario. Now this is a destination for so many people. We met people from Germany and Holland, and a lot of Americans come up because there's water access through the North Channel. So anyone who has a boat on the Great Lakes, like even down in Chicago or anywhere like that, you can come all the way through the waterways and make it up to Killarney. Killarney is off of Georgian Bay, so it's a little inlet and a protected waterway where the village is, and there's all kinds of amazing shops there, places to eat, and a couple of amazing hotels like the Sportsman Inn, which is world famous. And then just at the end of the channel is the open sea, or the open lake, which is Georgian Bay, which comes off Lake Huron. It looks like the ocean. It's a beautiful little place. If you ever get up to Ontario, or if you're in Michigan, it's just a short hop to Killarney, Ontario.
One of my favorite things to do while in Killarney is to get fish and chips from Herbert's and sit on the dock of the bay watching the ships roll in.
Watching my way. Watching my way.
Next we headed down to the Lighthouse, which is one of our favorite spots in the area, and went swimming in the clear waters. Watching my way. Watching my way. Watching
We really hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can be part of every single adventure that we do as the Epic family. If you have a question or a comment, go ahead and leave a comment below. We love trying to answer your questions, and we love hearing from you.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Epic Family Road Trip, and stay tuned for many exciting adventures ahead. And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.